Good morning and welcome. It is Sunday, the 1st of January 2023, New Year's Day. I am Flat Cap Callum and I'm hoping you're all very, very well. I'm going to try and keep this fairly brief today because I'm conscious of time and the first race is 11:55 Tramore, so I'm not leaving a big gap between video upload and getting it out there in terms of first race. So 11:55 Tramore, 4 bets. It is £30 stake and a half. It was between stake and a quarter and stake and a half. I've gone stake and a half in the end, 4 bets. And they're all versions of Luckies. So there's no combination bet in today. And they're all versions of each way Luckies, but 131 and a few 15s. That is what's coming up. We'll do the review of yesterday. I'm going to kind of touch on December, but basically save a bit more detail for when I go through the end of year review. So I'm going to try and get the end of year review done today and uploaded. So it might be an additional video today. Worst case scenario, it will be uploaded tomorrow night. So watch out for that. There won't be any tips or selections on it. It will just be a review of the statistics. So if you're invested enough in the channel that you want to kind of see a little bit more lowdown, there'll be some stuff on there as well that I haven't shared before. So there will be some new statistics. It's not just going through old ground. I've done a little bit of data mining. So there's one set of statistics. I'm not sure if it's going to be ready today, so I might just have to save that for a later date. But so that'll be full of statistics. So review of yesterday. Well, I went to Newbury Races. It was wet. The ground just got hacked up. It wasn't the most pleasant race watching experience, it has to be said. It was windy. Umbrellas were getting done all over the place. It was a hot coffee whilst watching racing rather than have a few beers. But thank you very much for everybody who wished me well with all my staff. I like saying that because basically some people seem to sort of have thousands of people behind the scenes giving them whatever knowledge. It's just me and very well supported by my better half, who is super supportive of the amount of time it takes me to do all these, and benefits from a nice day out of me watching horses in the rain. Just what she wanted. We went for a really, really nice dinner as well afterwards, it has to be said. So that was very good. And just watched the fireworks on the TV on London. That's generally me. I can honestly tell you I didn't have an alcoholic drink yesterday at all. And I have to confess as well, I did say I was going to do part run this morning. I took an extra hour in bed. I didn't. I will get back on the running, but today, I needed an extra hour in bed. So, review of yesterday. Yesterday. I mean, it was almost completely awful. The first horse of the day won, outweigh 10-1. The second horse, the last horse of the day, Magic Dawn, won 33-1. And then we had 15 nothings in between. I mean, you've got to laugh because some people you've just stopped by. There was one on the comments yesterday. Stop by and you look at that and you go, mate, you know nothing. But what people don't get is, right, so we got some return back. We lost money yesterday. If all you did was back all of those 17 horses, if you backed them all singles, you'd have come out ahead. So it's although the strike rate was terrible yesterday and 2 winners, no places is pretty bad. The fact that the winners were decent enough prices meant if you backed them singles, you'd have made profit. And that's some of the stats I'm going to go through with the review as well. It wasn't the best, but the last horse of the day saved my blushes in a Punchestown bumper. There you go. So yesterday we had outweigh 1 and then we had nothing with it. So if you did the lucky on that one, then you'd have done some money back on that one. You'd have almost broke even on the bet. The channel got 0 because nothing went with it. Nina the Terrier fell. That was a bit unfortunate. My Silver Lining was 5th. Originally they were paying 5th, but non-runners meant they didn't. But, that's kind of clutching. Bet 2, Magic Dawn, there it is at the bottom, 33-1, saved the blushes as I said. Nothing else went when it rains it pours. I mean, it did literally. The forecast yesterday at Newbury was light drizzle. It just pissed it down, and it was a bit windy. It wasn't nice. Bet free. We unseated there, and then unseated with nothing. So nothing. Nothing. That was quite quick. And nothing. So there we go. Hopefully clarity there. So this is the last day of this week, the first day of the year. So December ended. So although we ended on a bit of a damp squib for December, still for the channel stats we're up about £493 for December. So I know in this last week there was one day where Sky absolutely smashed it. As far as I can see, everybody else should have been well ahead for December. So if you've been following the whole month of December, despite the fact the last week you'd have been losing if you weren't Sky, everybody should come out ahead. But channel stats have it as a £493 profit, which does mean we ended the year well over £2,000 profit for all channel bets, and then it's about 2,200 if you did just horses. So I'll go through all those details, but yeah. Delighted with the figures of where we're at, despite the fact that what appears to be me putting out a bunch of chaff bets at times. There we go. All right, what have we got for New Year's Day? Are we gonna start off the new year with a bang? I don't know, do I? I'm having a go with what's in front of me. So we're starting. With this, it's a lucky 31. I was umming and ahhing, to be honest, about doing it as a 31 or doing it as a Canadian Super Yankee, because all of these are in maiden novice races, and I'm really trying to string together a bunch of places. We might get lucky and hit a winner in there. I'm not picking these because I think these are really likely winners. I'm looking at them thinking that they're overpriced for a place. So I've put them all together. So you've got 11.55 Tramore, Ellis Boyd Reading 12s, 12.10 Cheltenham Future Investment 9s, 1.10 Fakenham Stop and Search 12s, 1.30 Exeter. I'm hoping that one carries on because Exeter did have an inspection, which has probably got the result of that while I'm doing the video. But 1.30 Exeter, Awesome Foursome 18s, 2.25 Catterick, 50 Shades of Resdev 9s. That's only paying two plays, only six runner. None of those are extra places at all. So you need a bog bookie. Whatever bookie you're using, you want best price guaranteed. That is what you want. There's no one paying extra places on any one of those five. So find a bog bookie, whichever one you use. All right. Bet one. 9.30 is your bet. So it's a 15p each way, lucky 31. Then go to the Irish bet. So we've got 3 at Tramore and 1 at Fairyhouse. 12.30 Tramore. Arthur 18-1. Then we've got the 105 Tramore, Glen Natara 28-1. 140 Tramore, What an Ocean at 7s. 2 o'clock Fairyhouse finishing off there, Legacy of Dreams 16s. 20p each way, lucky 15. An additional 50p each way double on Arthur and Legacy of Dreams. £7 is your bet there. Sky best, and then it's anyone else. It's basically that's sort of the theme today. Sky have edged it with places. Everyone else is pretty much in the same sort of ballpark. Bet free. We've got this. This is the one that's a bit more complicated. 2 races at Cheltenham, at 2 at Musselburgh. So we've got 12.45 Cheltenham, Itchy Feet 16s. Now this one I've had a lot of debate about whether I included it, and I've erred on the side of yes, I'm including it. It's a very, very risky one, but even by my standards, in the 1 o'clock Musselburgh, Wonder of the World. If you look at bare form, you'd be like, what is that pick? What do I find interesting about that? The horse has got history. It's the first time in years it's run over hurdles. It's been running over point-to-point hunter chases with kind of mixed results. It's got some form even in the point-to-points where you'd say, actually, that looks like a well-handicapped horse. When it originally ran over hurdles back like 4 years ago, it had some decent enough form, and it's clearly declined. The question is, off a mark that it's currently on, has it declined that much that it can't run a competitive race on there? Very interesting jockey booking in Ryan Mania. So he's ridden for the trainer once before. The trainer's very, very lightly kind of exposed in terms of mainly point to points. And there's never even, I think something like 17 horses run over rules and never had a horse place. So there's no trainer form there. Eye catch and jockey booking. He's ridden once, as I said, so I just think it's a bit overpriced because there's a bit of an unknown about it. So we're having a little swizz on it. 155 Cheltenham, Dayran de Carjac. I know for some of you have been following Jeff on his channel. He's been talking about this horse this week, and he was worried about the ground. I like it. I'd like it on soft as well. I wouldn't mind. I think the ground should be just about right for it. So I've gone 2 in the race because there's 2 I like, and I go simply to the bets at a shorter price. But I do think Dayran de Carjac is a really, really good price. And yeah, it's got for me. It's got form that says it will be all right even on soft ground. So that's in with simply the bets, and 245 Musselburgh. There is no doubt. So what we've got is a split leg lucky 15. So is in bet 1, Itchy Feet, Wonder of the World, Dayran de Carjac, and there is no doubt. Bet 2, Itchy Feet, Wonder of the World, simply the bets, there is no doubt. So 2 10p each way lucky 15s. Then got a 50p each way double, and annoyingly I wrote the wrong circle. So Itchy Feet and Dayran de Carjac. So that's the 50p each way double is Itchy Feet and Dayran de Carjac. And then we're putting a little speculative single on this risky one, Wonder of the World, 35p each way single on that one at 66s. So that makes it 770 you bet there. Bet 3. That felt like a long explanation. And then finishing off the saver bet. We've got a saver bet today at Southwell. Again, Sky are best. Everybody else is the same. So Sky are paying 4 on legs 1 and leg 4. No one else is. Everyone else is 3 across the board at Southwell. 216 Recall Woman. I can't. Oh, it's another one I can't say. Recall Woman. I can't say. I don't know why. Oh no. 251. We'll move on. Luxy Lou 16s. 526 Brandy Station 9s and 556 Foursome 16s, which we took last time. 20p each way, lucky 15. £6 is your bet for the saver bet. That is bet 4. Right, that's me. Quick mention, darts. Stephen Bunting is playing tonight, so we'll keep our collective fingers crossed for the big man. He is on. And then, so I will be back officially on the vids Tuesday night. So back to usual schedule. So I'm not putting up any tips on Monday or Tuesday. I'll put something in the comments, whether that's just to say here is, feel free to share your selections amongst yourselves, or whether that's me putting something up. It doesn't look the best day, Monday, Tuesday. I think it's unlikely I'll put something up, but I don't know. We'll see. There might be something in the comments from me on this video. Just a reminder then, so if I put a review video out, that will be standalone review video. The comments on this video will be where I will put anything for next week, if that makes sense. So we're back to the usual schedule where we cover horses Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and their videos Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday evening, and Saturday, Sunday mornings. And that should be us back on that schedule, I should imagine, until we get to Cheltenham. And then we're nearer the time, I'll talk about Cheltenham. And the last thing on Cheltenham, I will be doing some anti-post videos, as I said, but really interestingly, William Hill have already gone non-runner, no bet on every single race. I haven't had a chance to go and look at what kind of, how competitive the prices they're putting up, because normally when bookies do non-runner, no bet, they tend to have lower prices than other bookies. But to go this early, New Year's Day for William Hill is a big move. So yeah, I will be having a little look-see at anything probably in the next sort of week or two to see if there's anything specifically that might be something I would suggest as a William Hill bet. But that's about a month earlier than they went last year. And so for those who are not familiar, anti-post market, normally if you put a bet on that's longer than kind of 48 hours before the race, and if it doesn't run, you lose your money. Within 48 hours, it's classed as non-runner, you get your money back. For Cheltenham, bookies go non-runner, no bet earlier than that to try and entice you to put more money on Cheltenham, which basically means it gives you a longer period of time for you getting your money back for a non-runner. But to go 2.5 months early is a big move. So that's that. All right, I'm leaving it there. Thank you very much. Thank you for all the well wishes, and I will see you on the review if you're going to watch that in terms of the review of the year. Otherwise, I'll see you Tuesday night for Wednesday selections. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.